Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Dark Pool Madness, another edition of Dark Pool Madness. First of all, let's take a look at this here. Which one of you savages did this? This is outstanding over on the old Wikipedia pages here. The Citadel Center was the first building in Chicago to use a raised floor, pressurized plenum system, allowing for more individual control of climate by the use of adjustable floor diffusers. Outstanding. Later that same year, the Citadel Center became the location of a post-squeeze after-party known as Occupy Citadel. The partygoers mainly consisted of AMC shareholders that became millionaires during the AMC short squeeze. Absolutely outstanding. Let's pop right into this son of a gun here. This thing here, this right here, had me thinking here. And let me read this really quickly here, but if you guys have not seen this, AMC, like I was saying, their algorithms can't process large volume over 60. This has been a challenge for software engineers worldwide to figure out the process large data more effortlessly. They don't want it to go over 60 bucks. The algorithm can't process and keep the price down efficiently anymore from there. However, when the data reaches significant volume, it becomes very difficult to work with because it would take a long time or sometimes even be impossible to read, write, and process successfully. You know what this thought of? Remember about 2 weeks ago now, I think Kong over on the Twitter mobile, the screenshot was up. It was supposedly a gal that did work at Citadel. She basically said these same words. Then her account got deleted. Remember, she posted her name and date on something with a Citadel mask to it. It looked pretty legit. Kong said he did some research on it. You can go check his Twitter. He says that he didn't want to say it was real, didn't want to say it was fake. I think it was probably real. But the same type of wording here, you know, it was the same thing as that tweet. I'm sure it's somewhere. I think it was on Reddit. Somebody had screenshots of it. I know I had it. I didn't show it in the video. I'm sure a lot of you guys will remember that too. But boy, that $60 mark, they do not want this thing. I mean, that thing hit 61 straight bet today, you know, 61 and some change or whatever it was. And then just consolidated back down in that $58 range. But they cannot get it. It just will not go any lower than that. I mean, it's a good problem to have, that consolidation. Remember, we don't, as some of you guys have seen what happened to Torch the last 3 days, that son of a gun, boy, oh boy, did that take a nosedive. And then remember, a lot of us that have been around since January, we know what happened. That massive move to the upside is going to come back down quickly. Sure, the squeeze is a different story, that we're talking hundreds and thousands of percentage of gains, but we don't want this thing to just keep going and, you know, 70, 80, 100, and you know, this consolidation is a wonderful problem to have, especially at the dollar figure we're at. I mean, we're at $58. It wasn't too long ago, we're talking weeks ago, where we're at 12 bucks. So this is a good problem to have. I know a lot of people are anxious and, you know, hurry up and let's get it, but I think a lot of this, you guys, is the FUD. I know it is, especially with this tweet that went out in this article about Kenny Griffin and Citadel. We'll touch on that in just a second. But anyway, so don't worry about it. I mean, we're at 60 bucks, for Christ's sakes. Remember this. AMC's been around 100 years. This share, at best, was half of this, right? And we're coming out of that pandemic and the manipulation and the short, blah, blah, blah. We all know. So, everybody, let's stay calm. We are doing very, very well. Let's take a look just at this Stonko tracker. See if they updated any of the dark pool, man. Oh, they did. As we know, you know, it's way the heck up there. As of now, we got 91,000 calls in the money. We hit 60. That's another 34,000. That'll bring us up to 100 and a quarter. Pretty damn good. This here, old Lucy. Remember her? She did the video on the Super Stonk page. But she got blasted here today, I think, by Citadel. I don't know the exact story, but all I'm going off of is what the rumor out there and then her response to that. But she says, no, Citadel did not file a complaint. How did the story get started? To clear up the apparent misunderstanding, Ken Griffin and Citadel are not trying to sue me or the American prospect. Citadel complained about one of the sentences in the story. The editor declined to change it. Now, they're saying Citadel complained to one sentence. But if you go over to here, I'm not going to read this whole thing if you guys have not seen that, but it's definitely worth a read. But let's touch on some highlights. This is Lucy's article that they're talking about, right? There's a ton of it in here, but we'll skip through some of it. But Estimated losses in February of roughly $19 billion. The hedge fund Melvin Capital reportedly closed out its position after taking a drubbing of 51%, and another one, Maple Lane, lost 40%. What happened around GameStop can be explained only by massive counterfeiting of shares. So I'm sure right out of the gate they really did not like that, and as you keep going it just gets better. The SEC, wait, where the hell happened to my page there? There we are. Sorry, little malfunction there, folks. The SEC, which along with other regulators, could confirm whether the patterns seen in GameStop trading consisted of fraud. But you get down to the good stuff here. Short squeeze ended under peculiar circumstances, as we know, as January 28th spike in GME led Robinhood, the online broker that handled orders for many retailers, to cut the buy option for the stock from its app. Robinhood CEO Vlad said it in the House committee. He discussed the trade restrictions with the Deposit Trust Clearing Corporation, which clears public trades after it made a $3 billion margin call. I don't remember anything about that. But anyway, now here's the Citadel stuff here too. I don't see any one sentence that Citadel or Kenny would not like, but I'm sure they didn't like this. Why would Robinhood shut down GME trading? It did not lose money on trades because it did not have its own investments. The answer may be hidden in the murky relationships involving market makers and hedge funds. Citadel Securities, a market maker, handled Robinhood's orders on payment for order flow basis. It paid for orders routed in, which is 40% of Robinhood's revenue, like we know. Citadel Securities, a division of a company founded by Kenny G, another division that Citadel Hedge Fund helped provide short sellers, Melvin, with nearly $3 billion. They helped them out, remember. Citadel would have the clout to persuade Robinhood to shut down trading, and the motive given in other divisions' investments in Melvin. Citadel also has a knack for running afoul of the trading laws. It has been fined 58 times in the last few years for violating trading regulations, many about naked short selling in February 2021, the same time frame GME trades. Citadel Securities was fined $10,000. Whoop-ee. Jesus, for failing to close, a failure to deliver, right? So I'm sure they did not like this whole entire article, but I'll pop that in there. Very long, very well done by Lucy over there. What a sweetheart of a gal. But anyway, we know what's going on there. Kenny G's a little riled up, and I guess you kind of can't blame the guy. He's getting blasted. It's about damn time, crying out loud. SEC, I was trying to look for this damn Gary Gensler stuff here today, again from the other day, but I did run across this here. Listen to this. It's only a couple 40 seconds long.
Working families need the protection, and Franklin Roosevelt knew this in the 1930s. We know this now. President Biden knows it. It's about working families, ensuring they get the disclosure so they can make their choices in the markets. And there's a cop on the beat protecting against fraud and manipulation. That helps companies raise money too, by the way, by lowering the fraud manipulation, ensuring that there's consistent disclosure to those investors. I think companies benefit as well.
Disclosure is a broad concept, so let's narrow in on that. Where specifically do you think we need more disclosure?
Well, I think there's trillions of dollars of assets under management now calling for greater and consistent disclosure around climate risk. And when I've also asked staff to take up disclosures around human capital, the most important, really fundamental asset of a company, the people that work there.
So Double G, until he does something funky, I'm going to believe in old Double G. Yeah, let's crack down on these rules. Oh, and remember too, 002 did not fire up today. I'm sure you guys all know that. It should upload in the registry, the Fed registry, in the morning and take effect tomorrow. So not today. We had a false alarm of a day today, but who gives a rat's ass? Gives us something to look forward for tomorrow. Now this here, normally I wouldn't think this was a big deal. I kind of do, just because of this guy's position, right? Shout out to Maverick over on the Tweeter Mobile for retweeting this. But from experience in tech, when a CFO resigns, that's a very bad signal. And I agree with that. I mean, this guy, look at his job title. Citadel's Deputy Global Treasurer, for crying out loud. That's a pretty important job. So if this guy's packing it up right now and going away, and then I did look into his other job. I don't know much about the other company that it's doing, but to have this big of a job at Citadel is probably about as good as you'd get, you would think, right? So who knows? Conspiracy theories. I'm always thinking of them. Okay, guys, that's it. Not much to touch on, just a couple news pieces. And let's see what tomorrow brings. It's going to be very, very interesting with these rules. Oh, God, I almost forgot. Oh, look at this. These son of a guns are still here. Oh, Merry Christmas. Hallelujah. It is 12:28 a.m. over there in Chi-Town. Beautiful Chi-Town. Wow. Somebody bring them some coffee or something down there. Holy Christ. Okay, guys, awesome. Good day today. Consolidation's good. Nobody panic. We're going to the moon very soon. Hey, we're going to the moon very soon. The poet didn't even know it. Okay, guys, love you. See you later. Bye-bye.